All right, good morning. And welcome to today's class. We are still on the course PTP 111, Introduction to Principles of Pharmacy Technician Practice. So today we'll take a look at a new topic. The topic for today is functions and roles of drug regulatory agencies. Functions and roles of drug regulatory agencies. Functions and roles of drug regulatory agencies. Remember how important, how critical drug is in healthcare delivery. So drug is not just ordinary commodity you handle anyhow. So that's why we have a lot of laws, rules, bodies guiding drug from the production to the final consumer is heavily guarded so that there will be no issues. So in general, every society we know, every society in general have rules and what? Regulations that helps the society to do what? Operate smoothly without any issues and safely. Now, coming to healthcare, such rules and regulations also holds, because the patients need to be what? Protected. Not just protecting the patient, it helps to ensure that the services that are being rendered or delivered are in accordance with the standards. Now, bringing it down to pharmacy now, squarely pharmacy. Pharmacy directly affects public health. One may ask how. In fact, in pharmacy, we have an area of specialization known as public health pharmacy. Pharmacy has a lot to do with what? Public health, because the drug goes to the what? The public. No company produces the drug for its family to what? Use. It's for the what? The public. So pharmacy plays a very important role in what? Public health. In the health and safety of what? The public. God again. Are we with together? So carry your books and come here. See, if you see, let me tell you something. Maybe you have not heard it before. In a serious environment like this, don't stay with your friend. Stay aside so you can focus. After you have other times to spend together and gist. Once you are in a serious gathering, stay alone so you can focus. You paid heavily for these things. So just I wonder how this generation, how you think. You paid heavily for some of yourself. I have not even completed your school fees, if possible. Your parents are borrowing to pay. You are here. Someone that is here to teach you is here. You are making noise. Instead of you to put yourself together and focus. See, human mind wander around. That's why even those that go to church, they'll tell you come on time so you can do what? Recollect. What is happening here is the same thing. You come on time and recollect, because your mind will still be going through some things you pass through before you come to school. You to be there on time, focus, organize yourself, prepare your mind for the lecture you want to attend, receive. If you want to help yourself, don't stay with your friend in class. Stay alone. After class, after school, you can do whatever you want to do. That is if you are serious at all. So, as I said before now, pharmacy practice directly affects what? Public health and what? Safety. So, the same way, pharmacy practice, drug-related issues is heavily what? Regulated by several regulatory what? Bodies. Now, these bodies, they set out different laws, standards, and guidelines that defines how the what acceptable the profession will be, especially in the aspect of what medicine and what pharmaceutical what services. Remember, the goal is what safe, effective, and high quality what medicine. Then I can also add affordable, safe, effective, high quality, and what affordable what medicines. Now let's look at this different regulatory bodies. But before we do that, there's a very important concept I want to talk about. Regulatory what standards. Regulatory standards. All these bodies, all these regulations operate at different levels. So we have 3 regulatory standards in pharmacy profession. 3 regulatory standards in pharmacy profession. So all these body that regulate the practice fall into either of these what standards. The first and the highest level is, no, don't worry, I'll tell you when to start. I'll give you instruction on that. Okay, don't worry. The highest level is what? Federal statutes. Federal statutes. Federal statutes. Then we have rules and regulations. We have rules and regulations. The third one is what? Quasi or quasi legal standard. Q. Please, can I have marker? QUASI. Legal standards. Thank you. Now let's look at federal statutes. Federal statutes are laws. Federal statutes are laws passed by legislative bodies. These are laws that are passed by legislative bodies, and these laws define how individuals and organizations must behave. They define how individuals and organizations must behave. Now, these federal statutes, what they want to achieve, or what do they do? The federal statute is there to empower regulatory agencies. So, by federal statutes, the regulatory agencies are what? Empowered. Regulatory agencies like PCN, Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, NAFDAC, NDLEA. These agencies are there to control and supervise pharmacy practice. Now, what am I saying? In pharmacy practice now, likewise, other bodies now, we have agencies, federal government agencies that regulate each of these professions. Like now, in pharmacy now, we have PCN. PCN is a federal government agency. That's why PCN is regulating your training now. PCN regulates your training now as pharmacy technician. When you are done, after 3 years now, PCN will come here. As PCN is coming, you can also say that the federal government of Nigeria is what? Coming. As you are here now and you are indexed, federal government of Nigeria is aware that social person is training here. That's been of your indexing. You've given an index number. Your name has already is in the PCM as a pharmacy technician in training. By virtue of being in PCM, mean that the federal government of Nigeria is aware that someone like you is here. That's the meaning, because federal government empowers PCN to train pharmacy technicians that will assist to what? Pharmacists in their work. Some of you think that you are just here to get certificate and go. No, it's a serious training. It's not just roadside this thing you are doing. No. So if you still have that mindset, clear it. It's a very serious business you are doing here. Public health is at stake. Federal government of Nigeria is aware that you are here. You are here. Okay, you people have not been indexed, right? No, they are not aware yet until you are indexed. After you are indexing now, your name will enter. There is that this person is in this school, so school here. Then after 3 years of training, they will now come down. Federal government will come in the person of PCN. They will come down here to induct you. They will give you oath. You take an oath. You see that it's PCN, no, or maybe this school, no. It's federal government of Nigeria that is giving you that oath to take. That you will have, that you will make sure that the public health, in the aspect of drug, that you maintain professional standard and a lot of things, ethics. It's federal government that is giving you that oath to take. So it's a serious thing. Because federal government has empowered PCN for your training. The same thing with as I am now as a pharmacist. I don't know whether it was it that I wrote my number, or whether it was in this class or second year class. Then after your induction now, your name will now officially enter the list. You'll be given a number, you'll be given license, annual permit to do your work. Your name will now be entered officially in the book, Register of Pharmacy Technicians in Nigeria. You have your number. No other pharmacy technician in Nigeria will have that number. Any place they click that number, your name will appear. Meaning that federal government, you are pharmacy technician of the federal government of Nigeria. That's the meaning. As I am now, if you see my license, the first thing you see is things that show that this is federal government of Nigeria, pharmacy of Nigeria. So it's a serious thing. Now, after your indexing now, when PCN will come down to after 3 years, is those names they saw, those number they gave in the indexing, that these are the number they will do what? Induct. They cannot induct a strange face that is not that does not have that number they indexed. Fine, some may drop out. It may not be complete. It may happen because some may fail out or some may decide to change course. But maybe if you are 50 that we are indexed, maybe at the end, maybe 30, we get to final year or so. That 30, no extra, school will not say because this person dropped, let me now go. No, school cannot do it because your names are already with PCN. If they come, they look at those lists, those numbers. These are the people that they will do what? Induct. So it's a serious thing. Then apart from the aspect of what? Training, PCN does a lot of things. We are going to pick them one after the other. But I'm trying to let you know that it's actually, if NAFDAC is doing their work, it's federal government that is doing the work because federal government empowered them. That's why they are agencies of the what? Federal government of what? Nigeria. Any place they provided drug is involved, any place they put their head is the federal government that is working there. I wonder what you are discussing, two of you. Hello, what are you discussing? What is the content of that discussion in class? What is wrong with you people? Seriously, I'm here talking to myself. You are there discussing. What's going on? I don't understand. Seriously, we have a lot of work to do. A lot to do on you people. Serious work. That means I'm talking to myself now. That's the meaning. Okay. The same thing with what? NDLA. So we are going to look at them one after the other. So all the laws, when we say legislative bodies now, is we are talking about the what? The House of what? Assembly, right? National House of Assembly. Remember, I don't know whether it was in this class that I made mention of what? Pharmacist. That it was the name of PCN was Pharmacist Council of Nigeria. As at 2004, but around 2022, we have Pharmacy Act of 2022, which was renamed Pharmacy Council of what? Nigeria. That decision was taken at the legislative what? Level, National Assembly level. It's not a state affair. To empower them to, to develop the agency more, to be able to do what? Do more work. But as the practice goes on, they keep seeing some things that need to be changed. We'll see with time, say, maybe in the next 10 years, we may see another act, depending on what has happened between 2022 and that year. So as the year goes by, a lot of things may be coming up, and it will influence the type of laws that will be added or what removed. Maybe there are some things that are not necessary in the practice. Over years, you say that this one is not necessary. Let us do what? Remove this aspect. Let's add this. Before you know what's going on, you have another act. That is how the legislative body empower this agency to be able to serve Nigerians well in the aspect of what? Drugs. The same thing with NAFDAC. Due to what's happening, NAFDAC a lot of rules, laws may be coming up. Modifying existing one, adding an existing one, repelling the one that is obsolete, the one that does not work. So this thing happens at what? Federal status, empowering this agency. So they are agencies of the federal government of what? Nigeria. Now, apart from this one, we have the second type of what? Standard, rules and what? Regulations. Rules and what? Regulation. So by rules and regulation, what am I talking about? Here, these ones are just administrative laws. Administrative what? Laws issued by what? Government agencies. Those agencies now, they have administrative laws they issue. They are what? Administrative laws issued by what? Government agencies to enforce statutory what? Policies. For example, now PCN, right? PCN can enforce pharmacy practice laws across different establishments in Nigeria. Federal government has empowered them by establishing them, talking about giving them scope of practice, but how they will operate, what and what they need to achieve. But any other thing, the details of what they do and how they achieve it is now left for them to sit down as a body, and now body of professionals. Law, legislative body, they are not what? Some of them may not even be what? Pharmacists. Hope you know. Are you aware? Some of them may not be what? Luckily, some may be those that want to venture into what? Politics. Some may be, but it's a mixture of people from different what? Profession. Right? Now, their own is to sit down. They may not go into detail of what and what. Their own is to enact the law. But when it now comes down to PCN, PCN is made up of pharmacy professionals. A medical doctor has no business in what? PCN. Am I completing? A medical doctor have no business in what? He may be at the governing level, but to implement has no business there. Now, this is body of what? Professional that will now sit down and know how to do what? Implement, carry out the duties given to them by the what? Federal government of what? Nigeria. So that's why anywhere they go, federal government of Nigeria is working through them in this profession, because they know just like as I am now. I may not know other places here now. I may not know how things work here, but I know that I want to get people to do the right thing, right? What I will do is this: I will look for someone that is familiar with this terrain. Two of us, tell him, see you, I want this is what I want to. I may not go there by myself, but so far I have empowered you. This is what I want you to do. Do it this way. You know the terrain. You go inside it and start. You may sit down and devise way to achieve it, which does not really concern me. Your own is to achieve what I want you to achieve. Is that clear? So this is how we can use this now to liken it to what I mean by what the rules and what regulations. Because you sit down with your own team, you yourself will go and recruit your own team. And I have empowered you. You go and recruit your own team and start looking for a way. People that know that area very well. And start looking for a way to do what? Achieve the purpose. The same way the federal statute established PCN, the same way they established Medical and Dental Council of what? Nigeria. For doctors. The same way also, they also established Nursing Council of what? Nigeria. The same federal government is working through these professionals to achieve healthcare what? Delivery. To ensure that healthcare delivery is top notch. But they are working through different professionals, establishing different agencies for these people, so that they will go and face their own people and make sure that the practice is in order. They also have the one for what? Physio what? Therapists. They also have the council for there are many of them. They also have the council for medical lab science, medical lab science council of Nigeria also. Even in engineering, they have Korean. Korean is there in engineering. It's a federal government agency to regulate practice and training of engineers, practice of engineering and training of engineers and engineering technicians and technology in Nigeria. Have you not seen how federal government is working through these different? There are many of them. Almost all the professionals they have their own regulatory body. Now let's come down. So those bodies, their establishments and what they do, the law at that federal level is under what? Federal status. But the regulation on how they operate as a body is now under what? Rules and what? Regulations. Am I communicating? So just as I said before now, PCN enforces what? Pharmacy practice law. NAFDAC regulates, listen carefully, PCN enforces pharmacy practice law. While NAFDAC regulates food, drug, and the cosmetic what? Safety. Why sometimes it look as if NAFDAC and the pharmacy are like this is because NAFDAC regulate what? Food, drug, and cosmetic. And you know the pharmacy has vital role to play in what? Cosmetics, drugs, even food sef to some extent. So that's why sometimes it look as if they are, but they are not totally the same what? The same what? Body. NAFDAC, we have other food engineers, those in the food area are also there. Now why NDLEA have their own rules and regulations through which they enforce control laws on controlled what? Drugs or controlled substances. Have you not seen how rules and regulations operate? Just like as I am now. This school employed me, right? Let me say this school can be seen as the federal status. They employed me. I'm here now. Is management telling me how to teach people? Are they here to see what I'm doing? They're not here, but they know what I'm doing. They can get the report of if I'm doing my work well. Are you aware? Even though they are not here, but they are not here to start telling me, teach like this, teach this one first, say A, say B, say D, but they have empowered me to come and teach people. So that is how this whole thing works. Now the next word, standard. Now the next level is quasi-legal standards. Quasi-legal standards. Now this quasi-legal standard, at this level now, here now we have the professional guidelines. Professional guidelines developed by recognized bodies. Here now we have the professional guidelines developed by what? Recognized what? Bodies. This what we see here are not full laws. That are not full laws anyway, but they are accepted. They are accepted by what? Courts as a standard of reasonable and prudent professional practice. They are not full laws, but they are recognized by courts as the standards of what? Reasonable and prudent professional practice. What do I mean by this? Now, under these agencies, like now, let me use PCN as an example now. PCN. Under PCN now, we have PCN is not only meant for those under PCN are not only pharmacists. We have pharmacists under PCN. We have pharmacy technicians. Then we also have those that do not have this professional training, like all those people that just go to PCN that I want to run pattern medicine, and they will now give them one or two training, and also continuous training, just once in a while, and they'll give them list of drugs that they can, medicine that they can stop and sell, tell them how they can operate. They will go and open their own. So we can say that we have three bodies, right, under PCN. Now these bodies under PCN have their own professional association, welfare association. PSN is for what? Pharmacists. PSN is for what? Pharmacists only. Even though all of us are under what? PCN as a federal government agency. But under this the PCN we have PSN. It's a professional organization, welfare association for pharmacists only. Pharmaceutical Society of what? Nigeria. We also have the one for pharmacy technicians, Reformed Forum for Pharmacy Technicians in what? Nigeria. Reformed Forum for Pharmacy Technicians in what? Nigeria. They will then have NAPMED. Those one are for those that don't have professional training like pharmacy technician and what? Pharmacists. Those that maybe, those people are also needed. Those people are also needed. Am I communicating? Because of because the pharmacy technician we have in Nigeria, pharmacists, is not enough to serve. Because almost how many percentage have even left the country? And as I'm talking to you now, some are packing their bag to leave. So PCN cannot close them down, but they will just give them what they can do. Am I communicating? Then even those that have big establishments that are not purely pharmacy are also under this what? NAPMED. It's a very strong organization too. Now, see what I mean by that they, even though their standard is not a full law, but is recognized by what? Court. Is because they can, as a body, sue anybody in Nigeria. Are you aware? That's why you hear court cases, because it's a recognized what? Registered organization. PSN can sue anybody in this country, any organization, because it's a registered what? Organization. I can wake up to tomorrow because of issues. I've seen cases where even pharmacists suing PSN in my state. It happened in my state. So PSN is a registered body that can sue and can be sued if things are not in order. Because these people are recognized, these organizations are recognized by what? Law. They are duly registered welfare association. For the welfare, if a pharmacist is not being treated well by anybody, the person can go and report to PSN. PSN will take it up. Even if the person go to PSN will say refer to what? PSN, because it's a PSN issue. That's why they have it as a welfare what? Organization to take care of the what? Pharmacist. Make sure that, and at the same time, make sure that PCN work through PSN too, to ensure that pharmacists do their work well. You see, by the time we are done now and join Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician in Nigeria, you understand that Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician in Nigeria work with what? PCN. Through them, PCN ensure that you as pharmacy technician is doing what you should do. They come with Reform Pharmacy Technician to come for what? To come for what? To come for inspection in your place of what? Practice. Because it's Reform Pharmacy Technician Forum that knows exactly who are the pharmacy what? Technicians. Where they should work in. Who is registered for pharmacy technician that is under us, we know. Even though PCN has you are registered, but they still work through what? Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician in what? Nigeria. The same way now, if PCN want to go for inspection of pharmacy premises, both school, both hospital, both community pharmacy, PCN cannot just appear from nowhere and go alone. PCN will go with what? PSN. They will go with PSN inspectors to go to different premises. The same way now, when they want to inspect pharmacy technician where they work and others, they will work with what? Reform Forum for what? Pharmacy technician. The same way, when they want to inspect where other people that work, I call them, I personally call them pharmacy assistant. That's what I personally call them. They work with what? NAPMED. PCN, you work with them to ensure that they are doing what the right thing. Anytime you hear that NAPMED is, I was somewhere yesterday to buy medicine. The woman was saying, hey, NAPMED, that they came over. I removed this note. She was talking about NAPMED. They didn't come on their own. They came with what? PCN. Because you walk through them to ensure that those people are doing the right thing. Am I making sense? So that's exactly what I mean by what? Quasi what? Legal standard. Now, please, if you came here after 8:30, we have already given number. Don't write your name. We have 26 name. Don't put your name to avoid entering into issue with me. Just respect yourself and listen to lecture and go. Now let's look at these regulatory agencies in Nigeria. Let's look at these regulatory agencies in Nigeria. Let's look at them one after the other. Just let's have an overview of them. We cannot exhaust everything, but at least to some extent. So Nigeria as a country has several key bodies that are responsible for regulating the pharmaceutical sector. thereby ensuring safe drug use. Remember, the idea is to ensure what? Safe drug use, because drug is not just ordinary commodity you buy anytime you like and use anyhow you like. So let's look at the first one. PCN, Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. That name I told you before, Pharmacist Council of Nigeria, was actually established. Pharmacist Council of Nigeria was actually established by Decree 91 of 1992. I said Pharmacist. The name it was answering before. Pharmacist Council of Nigeria was established by what? Decree. Each time we say decree, we are talking about military regime, right? By Decree 91 of 1992. When you hear decree, hope you know that we are decree is not normally promulgated by the what? Military what? Regime. For those that did government. You didn't have any of you do government in your secondary school? Okay. Who did government? You know what I'm talking about now, right? Decree. I don't know. And you did government. You're not serious. How can you do government without knowing that decree is for what? Military what? Regime. They just woke up and just decree. Just anyhow. But it's okay. So that's where the name came. Decree of what? 91 of 1992. Now, but recently, Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, the name it bears now, was established by Pharmacy PCN Act of 2022. PCN Act of 2022. So, in general, PCN oversees, listen carefully, in general, PCN oversees education, registration, and the professional standards. Without PCN, you will see your time here. If PCN is not aware that you are here, or you are just wasting your time. Is that clear? Good. So, I said that PCN oversees pharmacy education, which what I'm doing here with you now is part of it, right? PCN is aware, under the normal circumstances, they should be aware that I'm here because the school invited them and they gave the school what? Accreditation. So any pharmacist here teaching, PCN should be aware that the pharmacist is here trading pharmacy what? Technician. Should be aware. Yes. So if they're not aware, then the pharmacy has to say why they're not aware. But and the school should have to say why they're not aware. But they should be aware that you are here, because it's a serious what? Training. So now, basically, as I said before now, let's just have an overview of what they do. PCN sets and reviews standard for pharmacy education and practice. They keep reviewing it. In fact, before now, I think that was you have curriculum. Before this new curriculum, the curriculum we have now is 2023. Yes. I think we have the one of 2017. Please, if you come in now, please don't bother, don't put the name on that attendance list. We have taken number already. Don't do that. If you do that, you are in hot soup. 26 names is what I want to see there. Then those that we are here, if you like, wait, let someone else write his or her name. You're on your own. Now, what I'm saying is this. We have 2017. Before that 2023, we have 2017 curriculum. Have you seen how they are reviewing the what? Curriculum. Before then, before even that 2017, pharmacy technician, after you are training, you just go and work as pharmacy technician. The curriculum will not help you to attain the requirement for you to gain direct entry and start from second year pharmacy. But when they saw the need for that now, they review it and upgraded the what curriculum as at 2017, so that pharmacy technician can, after here, gain admission in university and continue pharmacy from what? Second year. I'm trying to explain what I mean by reviewing, setting and reviewing standard for what? Practice. Curriculum development is part of it. No be so, because it's your curriculum that informs what you are supposed to know and what is beyond your what scope. Now, they also have another review 2023. So they keep reviewing. If there's one thing they think that you need to know from experience over the years, they keep reviewing the what curriculum, so that you can be given the what? The best. Now, the same thing with what? Area of, they also maintain, very important, PCN also maintain the register of what? Qualified pharmacists and pharmacy what? Technicians. Remember I told you that once you are inducted, as I am now, I have my number. I have my number. As I am now, I have my number. That number, nobody will have it in this country. It belongs to me alone. Any place they click that number now, my name will appear as a pharmacist in Nigeria. So my name is on that register as that particular number. That's my number in that what? Register. If the number is 1,000, that means I am the 1,000. I am the 1,001 pharmacist in Nigeria, registered in Nigeria. If my number is 2, I am the second pharmacist in Nigeria, registered in what? Nigeria. That's the meaning. So the same thing with what pharmacy what technicians. That's the meaning of the induction they will come here to do. They will induct you. Your name will now enter the what? Pharmacy technician register with what? PCN. So they maintain the register for what? Qualified pharmacist and what? Pharmacy technician. Now they also inspect. They inspect and license premises where drugs are handled. So anywhere drug is penetrating, PCN is penetrating that place, because anywhere drug is penetrating, pharmacist is penetrating there. Pharmacy technician is what? Entering there. That's why I say that if you are going to any hospital, they said they inspect and license premises where drugs are handled. So any place drugs are handled, be it production, be it manufacturing, formulation, be it dispensing, be it distribution, PCN will do what? Inspect that place. We license. We first of all register that place. Prepare it for drug to be able to handle them. And PCN will do what? Inspect it, license it first. That's why if you go to some premises, you see license there. Premises license. We have pharmacies license. We have premises what? License. Of course, now in that premises license, the picture of the superintendent pharmacist must be there. The pharmacist is at the top of the profession, of the body. So the license of the picture of the superintendent pharmacist has to be there too. And even, what am I even saying? Pharmacist license should be there. Very important. So 2 licenses must be there. Pharmacist license and what? Premises what? License. Very important. So if not, that means something is wrong. Except the level pharmacy technician can handle, which I told you we have the level. If it's at that level, pharmacy technician annual permit must be there. And the premises license must be there. Then if it's one that not many people operate, that premises, that something was issued by PCN for that premises, because PCN would have inspected that place and licensed it to be operated. So whatever level, PCN must do what? Register that what? Premises. That's why, as you are, even as a student, you are not yet a pharmacy technician. You can, if you have money, you can go to PCN and say, please, I want to register pattern medicine. They will tell you what to do, how to go about it. But once you qualify as a pharmacy technician, you have to upgrade it or close it down. Yes. Once you qualify as a pharmacy technician, you have to upgrade it or close it down or remove your name from it. Let somebody that is not a pharmacy technician handle it. Your name must not be associated with it. Yes. The same way now, maybe you as a pharmacy technician now, maybe you graduate as a pharmacy technician, right? And you floated and you now open a pattern medicine outlet where at the level of pharmacy, that second tier, the one that the pharmacy technician can handle, not the one by NAPMED. As a pharmacy technician, then you continue studying. You are working there, it's your own, and you continue studying, and you graduate. Is that clear? And you do what? You graduate. When you graduate now, you have upgraded to what? Pharmacist, right? Good. You cannot be in 2 places. You choose one.
That registered under NAPMED, because there was a time they told us to come and register under PCM. They gave us something like PCM, I don't know businesses, I don't know. But after this training now, are we supposed to still be using that license?
You're not busy with that again.
Okay, but how are we not going to change our name?
It's simple. Go back to PCN office. Tell them what happened. You are now a pharmacy technician. You want to upgrade to your level. Simple. They will handle it. They'll tell you what to do about it. It's not a big deal. It's not what you do outside. Go back to PCN office. Tell them, I am now a pharmacy technician. This is what I want to do. They will give guidelines on how to go about it. It's not something that is complex. It's about going back to that same place you did, that same office. Tell them you are new status now. So they will tell you what to do and how to go about it. It's simple. Where people have issues that they will never go to the right source. They'll just be there, hearsay. Most things you think is difficult is because people don't want to do the right thing. If you have upgraded, the right thing is to do what? And if you want to do the right thing, go back to what? PCN. This is my new status. So how do I? They'll tell you what to do. Simple. But some will not do it. They'll stay at home and be doing hearsay, doing corner, one corner business.
You mentioned that when you are a pharmacy technician, maybe doing the process after, maybe you have registered. When you register, you have a number, the pharmacy technician. Okay, let's assume that someone went to university to upgrade to pharmacist. So will you withdraw that number?
The number?
Yes. No. Registration number, or will still be that number as a pharmacy technician will still be there.
Yes, you are. You know, it's there. Nobody is taking it anywhere.
But you made mention that you have to choose one.
You cannot work in 2 places now.
No,
how can you? No, okay. I think you cannot. Okay, how can you be in 2 places at the same time?
Okay, but
You cannot now, just simple as that. You can't be two places at the same time. You don't understand my point. Can you be in two places at the same time? So what are you saying again?
That's what I'm asking now. Is it that you go and withdraw?
That one is there, but you working, you have to be one place now, okay? You one place now. You one place now.
I understand. You don't understand my question.
See, when you are done, finish this one first.
Oh, so you don't understand the area I'm going to. That's what I want to find.
Go to the area you are going to. Go there.
Yes,
You are still going. Go there. Let me understand you.
That's what I want to say. I said now, you have already been registered and there's a number given to you in that pharmacy technician. Now you've upgraded and you are now a pharmacist. I know you will still be registered and there will still be a number in that organization given to you. Will that number be out and they will give you only one number for that pharmacist because you've already registered and have a number practicing in that pharmacy technician.
Okay.
Then now again, because you will still do another registration. I think there's no need of registration again. That's what I want to ask. So if there's need of registration, will you be using the 2 registration number?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to withdraw when you withdraw the pharmacy.
See. You have OND, right? And you go and have bachelor's degree. Will you go and withdraw your OND?
You know what I'm asking, sir?
Why are you asking?
That's what I'm asking. You know, there's one profession like that. It's all that courts. So, you know, when you're a technician, because in every profession, they have technician and the officers.
Okay.
So, when you are a technician, if you upgrade, that body, you understand now, will change your registration number. They will convert you from as technician to an officer's cadre, and they will give you officer's number. That technician number will not be there again. So what I'm asking is that organization, are they going to convert that your number to pharmacist? And the 2 number will still be there in the board.
A number is written. A number that is written is written. Hello. A number that is written is what? Written. Anytime that number is called up, it's your name that will appear. It's your number. That's your number. Is that clear? But what you will not be doing again is that you practicing here. You can't do that again. You say you even want to be practicing as a pharmacist. Look at someone that has question. You say you don't even need to go and start practicing as what pharmacy technicians again. You see no need for that. Am I communicating? Yes. Okay. Even if you have an opportunity to go and do evening work somewhere, will you go there and say you want to be working there as a pharmacy technician when you are a what? Unless maybe in the evening work, maybe you feel like, but that is not necessary again. So the point I'm making is this: if you're a pharmacy technician and you go in pharmacy, you are now a pharmacist. Even I've seen authors of textbooks, foreign textbooks. See their qualification. One of the authors, after writing their name, you see PhD. I think I saw B from there, or from D. I can't remember the one I saw. Since it's from D. PhD. You know what this means? The person started as a pharmacy technician. This certified pharmacy technician. A foreign textbook, pharmacy dispensing textbook or so, of pharmacology textbook. The person started as pharmacy technician. After graduating as pharmacy technician, he went into PharmD after his PhD or whatever. I think masters before PhD against his name. Okay, because he's not a pharmacist, you will not cancel this one. You're pharmacy technician, that's who you are. You are.
Yes.
Nobody's casting and taking it away from you again. I don't. That's who you are. But you yourself, you wouldn't even want to go and start dangling yourself. You want to go and practice as what? Pharmacy technician, where you should be aiming higher. Unless maybe you find yourself outside the country, and you could not get something as pharmacist immediately. Because you have pharmacy technician, you may go in as pharmacy water technician. That is where such may come up. But the point I'm making is that you are a pharmacy technician, nobody can take it away from you. So even if they will go and scrape your name, what they want to achieve, your number. Your number is your number. But you may not go and start stressing yourself because you don't need to practice. You are not practicing as what? Pharmacy what? For pharmacy what? Technicians again. But the simple truth is this. The best advice I'll give is this. When you are done here, you finish your degree and you are qualified as a pharmacist. Just go to PC and they know how they handle that one. Is that clear? But me, I'm telling you that it makes no sense. Nobody's. What are they? What they want to achieve by clicking your number? What an innocent number? What did the number do? The number is number is it did nothing. That number is permanent. Even though those that are dead, their number is still there. Even though there are pharmacists that are dead now, the number is still there. They don't clear the number now because the person is dead. The number is just there. But we know that this person is what? Dead. They don't know, okay, he had died in a register. Wipe his number. Makes no sense now. So what do you want to achieve? It should be there so that means that this person, number one pharmacist. Today, the first pharmacist in Nigeria, we still call him number one pharmacist in Nigeria, even though he's no more. But we still call him number one pharmacist in what? Nigeria. So would they go and clean his name? He may be in the, of course, those that have gone beyond is there. We know them, but they will not go and start cleaning the number. That so that the number will not exist again. What did the number do? As I say, the best thing when you're ready for that, PCM will tell you whether they are clearing your number or not. But I'm answering this from my own point of view. It makes no sense. Is that clear? Look at this person. He said any textbook is right, you put it. To tell you that pharmacy what? He was a pharmacy technician before he became a what? Pharmacist. And even became a professor. He started as a pharmacy technician. So the journey you started now is not for play. You take it seriously. If this person didn't take what he was doing as a pharmacy technician student seriously, do you think he could attain the height he attained? So you are not here just to collect certificate. In fact, personally, myself, if I'm in position to give admission, if I am in position to decide on who should be admitted in any pharmacy school, I'll first focus on those that did pharmacy technician first. If I am in position to take the decision on those that should enter pharmacy. In fact, if I am self to decide before you go to pharmacy, go and do pharmacy technician first. If I'm in position, all these people that come through JAMB, I will just scrape it. Go and do pharmacy technician first. When you are done as a pharmacy technician, you come. All those things they do in first year pharmacy. I'll just if I'm opportune to decide, I'll scrape first year. Go and do pharmacy technician. After graduating from pharmacy technician, you now come and start second year pharmacy. In some courses outside, it's like that. In some serious medical courses outside, it's like that. You must do one paramedical courses before you now come in. I don't know if you know about it. When you now enter, you are entering with mature mind, and you know you're not going to play. You are not going there to play because people's health is at stake. But by the time you finished pharmacy technician, there's some level of of seriousness you would have attained. Before you think of going to pharmacy, you must be a serious person. If not, you continue with your what? Pharmacy technician and work and rest. If I have opportunity to do that's what I would do. You have no business entering pharmacy. Go and do for pharmacy technician first. When you are done, don't worry. When you are done, if you want, you come. But I cannot do it now. So let me endure. Now, they also PCN monitor compliance with pharmacy laws. Yes, PCN monitor compliance with what? Pharmacy. Where's my list? Bring it. PCN monitor compliance with what? Pharmacy. You can pass it. Help me correct it for Fama, okay? Once it's 8:30, forget about it. You have lost 10 marks for today, straight. 10 marks gone. Then if you so much love your friend, don't write your name, write his name or her name. Okay? If you so much love him or her, just write his name and leave your own. I will accept that gladly. I said they monitor compliance with pharmacy laws. And they also sanction offenders. As I am now, if I fuck up, PCN will sanction me immediately without wasting time. They will sanction me immediately without wasting time. If I come here, instead of teaching you, I'm doing nonsense with you. Once it gets to it gets to PCN, they will deal with me instantly. Offenders. Maybe I'm collecting money from you, or threatening you that you must come and see me so place before you pass. All those things are gross what? Professional misconduct. Serious one. Once they hear about it, it's enough to do what? Sanction me. It's a very serious issue. So the same thing with those working in other places, in hospital, you go there and do nonsense, you know. Once it gets to PCN, they will sanction you. And once in the disciplinary committee bring it up and look into and investigate, and it's true, you are in for it. Then the same thing with premises that are not up to the what, keeping to be some that will go to PCN and say that we are running wholesale. But when they now come to the place, they are running retail. If they catch you, you are in trouble. Or you are a pharmacy technician and say that and go and be parading yourself that you are. Yeah, I don't know whether it was here. I told you a story of a pharmacy technician that is in prison now. I think his term started last year or so. He had 5 years to spend to rest in the what? Prison, just because he did not want to know his level. You are parading yourself as a. Who are you to go and open a place and call it pharmacy? Who are you? I'm doing nonsense. You may say that is this one. If they catch you, you are in trouble. So now let's look at National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control. National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and what? Control, NAFDAC. Please, I want you to note some things about the slight difference between NAFDAC and PCN. Just watch. NAFDAC regulates and control manufacturing, importation, distribution of drugs, cosmetics, food, bottled water, your table water, your bottled water, and medical devices. NAFDAC regulates and controls the manufacture. Have you seen why NAFDAC is inseparable from what? PCN. They are like twins. They are like brothers and sisters. In fact, they are the same blood. You can't separate them. NAFDAC regulates and controls the manufacturing, importation, and distribution, even exportation too, and distribution of food, drugs, food, cosmetics, bottled and table water. Bottled water, let me just use bottled water, and what? Medical devices. Are you okay? Medical devices. So let's go down to the role they play. NAFDAC ensure safe, effective, and high quality products. They ensure that safe only. Because it is very important I include this. They ensure that it is only safe, effective, and high quality products get to the market. They ensure that it is only safe, effective, and high quality products get to what? When I say products, you know what I mean now, right?
Yes.
Drugs, food, cosmetics, bottled water, in drinking water in the general, packaged water. Let me use packaged water, and what? Medical devices. Only the safe, effective, and high quality one gets to the what? The market. NAFDAC inspects and certifies production facilities. In fact, if you want to produce any of these things now, NAFDAC must be on ground too. In fact, NAFDAC must come to see where you want to start producing that thing. Of course, they will give number, right? Before they give that number, they will come there and see what you are doing, what you want to produce. They will see that you have the facilities. They give you what and what you're supposed to put in place. PCA will be there on their own. NAFDAC will also be there to see that your facility, whatever you want to do, produce, they will see it. If it is drug, anything that has to do with drug squarely, they will be sure that it meets the standard of what? PCN. They also ensure that we have the right personnel on ground. They must see your pharmacist license. They must see your pharmacist credential. They must see all those things, all the pharmacy professionals that are going to work there. In fact, all the personnel. They mean that you have the required personnel from the production unit to quality control unit. They make sure that everything you need, facilities, equipment are intact. They will see your SOP, see a lot of things before they will now issue number to that product. Of course, by issuing that number, that means you have entered, because they will come in to inspect that number. That number we issued. Those people, those things they presented when we came, are they still there, or did they just go and gather it? After that, they will just send it back to where they got it from and started doing poverty for people. And they will come unannounced. They are only that they will come unannounced to inspect. In fact, not only inspecting that place, they even go to the market unannounced and pick those products. You won't even know. They will pick those products you have sent to the market. You won't even know. They do it regularly. They may go to hospitals, pharmacies, wholesale outlet, pick those things, go to their lab and analyze it, and be sure that that thing you claim that you are is in that product is what is still there. NAFDAC, they are really doing a great job. Forget to, they are for it. So they also control importation and exportation of any of these things I mentioned, and they in a special way control substances. You cannot when I have worked with the importation outlets, before you develop anything, before you want to even do anything, you prepare the company you are. If it is Indian company, you know, we have here now, as I am now, I may not have a manufacturing outlet in Nigeria, but I have the money and I have a registered company. I can go to India, meet a company, tell them what I want. Then the company, I will also go to NAFDAC. NAFDAC will liaise with the company. They will send dossier containing everything about that particular drug I want the medicine I want the company to manufacture for me to import. When everything is in order, NAFDAC will approve and give number. The company will now produce, and me, I will now do what? Import and market in Nigeria. The same thing if I want to export, the same thing. So it's a serious body. So they control what? Importation and exportation of what? Even in Nigeria, as I am now, I may have money. I may go to a company. There's a company that do what is called contract manufacturing. There are some company in Nigeria. There are many in Lagos. They don't have any product of their own. Their own is to just any company that comes, they will liaise with NAFDAC and maybe if I want to produce anti-malaria and artemether lumefantrine, I may go to the company. They will produce for me. Put my name there. It's my product because I have paid them. It's not their product. Highest they may write manufactured by that company, but it's my what? Product. Marketed and distributed by so company. It's me that will brand the product. When they produce, they give me the same way they produce for different companies. If I have what it takes, if I have strong marketing strategy, I can build a brand. I can build my own brand to the extent that my own may be Cheta Mall, your own may, what's your name?
Violet.
Huh?
Violet.
Violet. How do I put it now? Violet Mall. We may produce, it may be you that is producing from you. The same drug or the same artemether lumefantrine, is you that is producing for me. The same you that is producing for her. But if I have strong marketing strategy, I may build my own brand that people may be seeing her own as fake. Whereas the same person that what producing for me. That's marketing. That's another area of let me not deviate. What point am I making? That all these things NAFDAC regulated. Both the one that are produced internally for you. I may not have money to go and start building because it's not easy to build facilities. Do you know how many target to build a standard facility now is not millions now. It runs in billions. Standard one. No. So some company may not have what it takes to build it, especially in this hard situation. But there are some companies that are there doing contract manufacturing. I can go to them. All I need to do is to go to NAFDAC and register the product. NAFDAC will come and inspect them because they are in Nigeria. Inspect the facilities and see the dossier of that drug I wanted to produce for me. I'll just, once I have a registered company, I have my team of pharmacy proprietors and marketers, and I have superintendent pharmacy that will register it for me. That is, if I am not a what? Pharmacist. Because that one, I don't need to be, you don't need to be a pharmacist before you can own it. It's only retail that you must be a what? Pharmacist. That one, anybody can do that once you employ a what? Pharmacist. Once I have a registered company, employ my pharmacist, have a company that can produce for me, have my marketing team, register the name of the product, go to NAFDAC, go to trademark, and they'll start production, and I'll market it. I am good to go. So now NAFDAC regulates all this. Now, NAFDAC also conduct research. NAFDAC conduct research on drug quality and promote rational drug use. I made mention of them going out to pick some drugs randomly. Two of us, they go to that. They have labs scattered in the whole country. They go to their own lab, analyze that product, and be sure that it contains what you claim that it contains. And promote rational drug use. Rational drug use. Once in a while, you see them making announcements, public announcement, either on social media or on telly about drugs, right? So they tell you about some drug that is no longer advisable to be used, right? And the best way to use drug. So all those things, they do it on a regular basis. They are talking about rational drug use. The NAFDAC also regulates advertisements and labeling of medical products. They also does what? Regulate advertising and labeling of medical products. NAFDAC also work with NDLEA, apart from PCM. They also work with NDLEA to prevent drug abuse. To prevent what? Drug abuse. Now let's look at NDLEA, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. This one, NDLEA enforces. Their own is to enforce law. They enforce laws against cultivation. They enforce law against What is the meaning of NDLEA? Full meaning? No, you. Tell us. Are you sure? So that means you are the one confusing him. Come here. Come with your things fast. Come and stay here. So I said that NDLEA enforce cultivation. They enforce laws against cultivation, manufacturing, trafficking, and abuse of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Why do you always like laughing? You cannot control it again, no? Why? Do you know the problem now? It will help you to make it to be entering into tutorial, because when it's not required, you will just be laughing. You nearly miss this class now because you are laughing when it was not necessary. Okay, I said that NDLEA that they enforce law against cultivation, manufacturing, trafficking, and abuse of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Narcotic and psychotropic. Now, when we go into poison, then I'll throw more light on that. Is that clear? So we look at them. Psychotropic substances. So what am I saying? These things are regulated because of the effects in public health. Because if people abuse it, it's dangerous. These drugs are dangerous when abused. Yes, they are needed. That's why you don't deal with drugs. We call them medicine. We have no business with drugs. It's only pharmacies that have business with drugs. You have no business with drugs. When they see drugs in your hand, it's a problem. It's clear this control what drugs, but this is what people peddle. People even cultivate all those things in their house for business. And what business? They sell it because people take it. It hides and rights and render a lot of them useless. Render a lot of them what? Useless. Go to psychiatric hospital. Greater percentage of people you see there came from here. Go to the streets. Go to streets. Greater percentage of people you see is this. Then there are some people that are still wearing clothes, but they have gone. They have gone. You know that they have gone because of this. Psychotropic substances. It's a very serious. So that's why government is regulating it. It's not meant to be in the hand of individuals. What are they doing with it? It's meant to be used to produce what? Medicines in required quantity that have been established to have therapeutic what? Effects. I remember when I was sitting in community practice. So human beings, then before they banned codeine cough syrup, codeine containing cough syrup, people were coming to that pharmacy. I fought them. In fact, it was one of the reasons why I resigned from the place, because me, I don't tolerate nonsense. People were coming to buy codeine, cough syrup with codeine. I don't want to mention the brand. No need. Just cough syrup with what? Codeine. They were coming to buy it. The way they were buying it, and the person stock it in large quantity, because they were buying it. So I just started working there. I was just wondering how they buy it. I was like, I now started doing my own research. Why are they buying this anyhow? So we will come and tell you, sir, I want this. You mentioned in them with codeine. I'll be like, what do you want it for? He said, I have cough. I said, you have cough. Okay. So when after some time, there's one that made me to even take my final decision on whether to leave that place or not. Because it got to a point, it looked as if I am trying to destroy the person's what? Business. They will like those ones in the store. Who will buy them? Do I want them to expire? But the youths are abusing this drug. I saw one, he just came, picked two, because I was attending to patients. He just came, you know now they have attendance now. My work there was mainly clinical, where I see patients, counsel them, and but they have dispensers. They were just selling to the dispenser. They are doing business for the owner of the place now. They are just selling. That's why if you are working with someone that is not a pharmacist, it makes the work difficult, because to them what they see is money. Most of them, except few of them, will try to do the right thing, but majority what they see is money. So I just observed that one person, immediately the person left. I think the person took two. Immediately he left the pharmacy. He didn't even have patient to go. He opened the bottle and gulped 2 bottles. I was shocked. That was when I said, no, this will not happen again. This happened 12 years ago. 12 years ago. 11 to 12 years ago, around 2013. 12 years ago, right? Yes. I said, no, this will not happen again. And I now started clamping down. If you come, I told them, please, if anybody comes here to ask for Benel, oh my God, I've called the name already. Tell them to come and see the pharmacist. That was the instruction I gave. That was the instruction I gave. I tell them to come and see the what. I rarely see codeine containing cough syrup these days, because it was actually banned. Codeine was replaced by dextromethorphan, something like that, so that because of the additive effect of that codeine. So I now moderated that if anybody comes here, say I want, except it come with a prescription from a medical doctor, that the physician must apply the person and know that the person needs this drug. Once he comes, please tell the person go and see the pharmacist. So I started clamping down on them. That was when I started having issues with the owner of the place, because you look as if who will now buy those ones. So if they come, I'll ask them. I'll just be intentionally be psyching them. What do you want to do? I'll just wait for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to know whether if I will see any sign of cough. Someone has said that he has cough. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you know, there's no sign. I say, okay, why do you want to use it? He say, sir, I have cough. I say, are you serious? But for the past 3 minutes, we have been talking here. What? How far? He says, sir, you will not understand. This cough is serious. I would say, please, you don't need cough syrup. You don't even need cough syrup at all. You have no cough. Go. So I was sending most of them back. But if I see those that need it, I will give. So the point I'm making is this. People were even abusing medicine because they want that codeine inside it. Even to the people that abuse tramadol. So don't worry. When we go to poison, we look at each of them, each of the shadows, and take it off from there. So let them not talk too much on that. So NDLA, they arrest and prosecute drug traffickers. They arrest and prosecute drug traffickers. So if they catch you, whatever you see, you take it. And they also seize and destroy illegal drugs. They seize and destroy illegal drugs. They don't necessarily, they just seize and destroy it. They also trace and confiscate assets obtained from drug crimes. So if you are a drug lord, be building houses, once they notice that, once they establish that you are into drug crimes, whatever establishment you have will be seized, because to them you got it from what? Drug money. They will seize it and confiscate it. I said that they trace, confiscate. What's the issue now? Okay, assets obtained from drug crimes. Please, I'm not calling no to. I say something, just understand it and write, please. I beg you, so don't waste time here. And they also conduct awareness. They conduct awareness with respect to what? By doing campaigns against drug abuse. They do campaign against drug abuse. So they have in creating awareness. See, this will happen. Oh, apart from you rub mad. Oh, you do this one. Oh, they carry out different campaigns aimed at reducing to the barest minimum drug abuse. They also work with different international agencies to fight drug crimes. They work with different international agencies to fight drug crimes. So that's why you may be in Nigeria, taking that you have escaped where you committed the drug crime and enter. As you are stepping your foot down the airport, check up, because they share information. You may be taking that you have escaped Nigeria, and as you are stepping your foot in another country, they use handcuffs to do what? Welcome you, because they share what? Information with other agencies operating in the other countries, fighting drug crime. Drug crime is a very serious crime. So some of you that your mind is in money, you can do anything to make money. Tread with what? Caution. Tread with what? Caution. Because you are contributing to the mad people you see on the street without your knowing. Tomorrow you think that you say that you have not killed. You have not killed, right? You go to church and go and pay tithes, but you are in drug crime. It's a very serious crime against humanity. You think you have not killed anybody, but you are destroying lives. You may say, do I force them? Yes. If you did not smuggle it, would they see it? It's meant to be in the rightful hand. It's because you smuggled it. That's why it's on the streets. You may think that it's nothing, but you are destroying lives in thousands, wasting lives. Some are mad on the street because of these substances. And you think that God will clap for you and allow you to rest? Continue. For those that are warming up to go into it, kudos. Because as I look at some of you in your eyes, is there. You want money? No, anyhow. Then you may say, are they not just mad? Those people kill because of their influence of that thing you smuggled out and put on the streets. So people are killing people because of that. Are you aware? Yes. Some people will look at people, they look like ants to them, they will shoot them. Because of that thing, you smuggled a large quantity and have boys that are distributing it for you. You think that you are safe. You are killing people. You don't need to carry gun directly before you kill. That's things people don't know. And some of these people, they will go to church. Even pastors are aware of what they are doing. Men of God are aware of what they are doing. They will just they go to the house of God, and they are aware. They know that this person is into drug crime. This person is smuggling drug. They have boys peddling this drug for them. They know, destroying our youths. You cannot. You say, hey, it's God of God. Hey, God is what. Even some of them are into it too. Are you aware? It's not a hidden case. Some are into it too. Some people you think that are doing legit business are into it. But if it is in the rightful hand, this thing will control. They will not have to see what to smoke, what to take. So let's look into it, okay? In case you are warming up, be careful about that. Then Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. SON ensure that product. SON is not limited to pharmacy alone now. Is that clear? To drugs alone. Any product. SON. Have you seen any product? You see SON what symbol on it? Who has seen? Maybe on the carton or the product itself. Yeah, it must not be the drug alone. SON is for, once it's a product, SON must certify it before you can say that this is of great good work standard. So SON ensure that products, including pharmaceuticals, meet approved national and international quality standard. In fact, any product that is leaving Nigeria down to another country, they want to see SON.
They ensure that product.
They ensure that the products are of standard. She's looking for note to copy. Instead of listen to what I'm saying, she want to say it the way I said it. Wasting our time. I told you, if you want it the way I say it, record it. Go home and copy it the way I say it. Don't be dragging us back. Okay? What I want you to do is to listen. Listen to what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. I'm giving you freedom to record. You don't want to record. Eh? And you have phones with you. I'll record my own and post. You will not listen to it. What is your problem? What is the color of your problem? It's not funny. Seriously, I don't understand. It's like a person to me, seriously, I don't understand. Record, you don't want to record. And you have phone with you looking at you. I'll record and post, you don't listen. And in class, you're telling me, sir, what did you say? What is your problem? Just listen and understand it. See, if you understand it, you are good to go. Okay, I said that they ensure that that any products in circulation meet approved what national and international standards. In fact, any product leaving Nigeria to any country, they want to see SON, but that SON on it will give them the confidence that this product is what of good what standard. So SON aim at removing substandard goods from what circulation. SON aim at removing substandard goods from what? From the what? Circulation. Then another word is a Consumer Protection Council, CPC. Consumer Protection Council, CPC. This one ensure that consumer, are you aware that it's your right that if you pay for a product or goods and services, if as a consumer, if you pay for a product, you are right that I should give you what you pay for. That I don't have any right to intimidate you. I should give you what you paid for, the standard you paid for, I must give it to you. And if I try to intimidate you, you have what you can report me to CPC, my company to CPC, and CPC will take it up against my company. Because you as an individual may not be able to achieve it. But once you report it to CPC, they will take it up. The body is active, but most of us don't even know. Most of us, in Nigeria, we take everything. Let it be the will of God. No. Let it just lie. The body is there, active, waiting for you to come and make report of any atom of intimidation by people that are supposed to give you the right product you paid for. So it's there to protect the consumers from unsafe and poor quality products. So CPC protects you from unsafe and poor quality what? Products. So how does it do it? If you complain to them, they will investigate the complaint. They will not just go boom and start acting. No. They will investigate your complaint first. So they will investigate complaints. Then if what you said is actually happened, they will order that company to compensate you. They will mandate the company to do what? And the CPC also educates you about your rights as a consumer. We are all consumers, right? Yes, CPC protects you about your, educate you about your right as a what? Consumer. And we have Federal Ministry of Health. Federal and State Ministry of Health. Let me take the two of them together. Federal and State Ministry of Health. Federal Ministry of Health, actually what it does is that you don't do it in my class. Go out and do it. Federal Ministry of Health formulates and implements national health policies. Federal Ministry of Health formulates and what? Implements national, all the policies about health in Nigeria is by Federal Ministry of Health. In fact, if you go to Federal Ministry of Health, we have different departments, different directorates. We have pharmaceutical services is there. We have nursing services, even the one for doctors. All these health professionals are duly represented in what? Federal Ministry of what? Health. So all the policies that have to do with health at the national level is formulated by the what? Federal Ministry of what? Health. And they supervise health facilities. Federal Ministry of Health supervise through all those professions. If they want to supervise things about farm, they pass through what? Their pharmacy what? Angle. If they want to go into supervise what nurses are doing through the what? Nursing what? The same way all the professionals, they are duly represented at that what level. So they supervise health facilities. They regulate health care personnel. And they also develop standards and promote public-private partnership as regards health, strengthening healthcare what? Delivery. Of course, they also manage training programs. Then if there is any new health regulations, they are the one to approve it. And they also ensure that all the hospitals and health agencies across the nations ensure quality assurance. So they have a lot of things, a lot of role to play. Now, we also have state Ministry of Health too. So whatever it is formulated at the federal level, state implement it at the state what? It's just like stepping down. Whatever is happening at the federal level, the state Ministry of Health stepping down to what? To their respective what? State. Just the same structure. State Ministry of Health work through the hospital management board, and the secretariats. So now the PSN is quasi, right? Is quasi, right? So let me say quasi, right? Yes. True or false? Yes. Just like a reformed pharmacy for pharmacy work technician. So, as I said before, I've told you about PSN now. What they do is the body of pharmacists only. Pharmacists only. Yes, we also have pharmacist members and student members. So there are categories of members of what? PCM. We have the affiliate members, we have the associate members, then we have the pharmacists go. So they try to maintain discipline. Very important. You know, PCN is not here day to day, week to week, but PSN is there to ensure what? If there's any misconduct, the first body that will hear it is what? P. If I fuck up here now, the first way to get is what? PSN. PSN will try to handle it here. Sometimes PSN don't want to take it up far. They want to settle it. But if it's what they cannot handle, they take it up to what? PCN. If it's something that demands serious attention. Yes. If I have minor issues with my employee now, they don't rush. It's PSN that will come. That will be invited first. in the state to look into it. Yet PCN has offices in different states, so we have PCN officers in different states, but PSN is the one that will, because it's the welfare organization first that look at it and see if what can be handled at this level and solve it. But if it's one that requires, the one that has a lot to do with serious professional misconduct, PCM must come in. And some may lead to withdrawal of the person's license. Yes. Some may lead to the withdrawal of license. That means you have you cannot practice as a what? Pharmacist. If you go and start practicing, you are in trouble. That's where you now go you now go to prison, because you have no right to what? You're not licensed to what? Practice again. So it's a serious thing. So everything is in your course material. Then I've told you about Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician, right? So what you do is try to, even as a student, try to find out if there is one in this state. There should be one in this state. Find out what the activities. Once in a while, you may do one or two things. Invite them to come in your activities as students. I don't know, since I entered this school, I've not seen any serious student activity. What's going on? Don't you have anyway? I don't know. All I see is people that are, anyway, let me not. I laugh. What's your name? Huh? You. Courage. And you are discouraging us with your laughter. You are courage, but you are discouraging us with your laughter. You don't know when it happens, she? I know. But try to control that, okay? It's very important. Be master of yourself. Know when to do some things, when to laugh, when to be serious. It's very important. It does send you out now when you laughed, because we are in the mood to laugh. That time, it was not the right thing to be doing that time. At all. Okay, any question? Any question? I've taken you to the level you should know. Any other information? See what you do. All these bodies, I want you, there's something, all these bodies, try, make research, find out who is there, find out on your own, put it in your note, who is there, like PSN now, who is the chairman of PSN in this state. Find out who is the president of PSN in Nigeria. President of PSN in Nigeria. Assignment to find out who is the president of PSN in Nigeria. Who is the? You don't need to submit it to me, but do it, okay? You don't need to do what? Submit it to me, but do it. Find out who is the president of PSN. PSN. President of PSN in Nigeria. Then the chairman of PSN in this state. In your state, this state we are in. Find out PSN. Then find out who is the president of Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician in Nigeria. Who is the current president of Reform Forum for Pharmacy Technician in Nigeria? Then find out. Am I rushing? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me slow down now. Oh yeah. I said, find out who is the president of Reformed Forum for Pharmacy Technician in Nigeria. Then find out the state chairman of this state. Find out, research on the current chairman of PCN. Current chairman of PCN. Current chairman of PCN. Current chairman of PCN. I see current chairman of PCN. PCN. Chairman of PCN. Then find out the registrar, who is registrar of PCN.
In Nigeria.
PCN, registrar of PCN, is it in Cotonou? Which we can put, I say, find out who is registrar of PCN, he say in Nigeria. Yeah, are we in Ghana? Nah. Some questions are funny, seriously. What is a PCCN? Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. Are you asking me again in Nigeria? Find out who the registrar of PCN. Then find out who is the state officer of PCN in this state. State officer of PCN. You know, I told you that in every state we have state officer of what? PCN. Find out. Find out who is the current DPS of this state. DPS is Director of Pharmaceutical Services. DPS, Director of Pharmaceutical Services of this state. Find out who the person is. Find out who is the Director General of NAFDAC. Director General. You see all those bodies we have mentioned. Each of them, find out who is in charge of each of them. Is that clear? All these bodies we have been mentioning, from CPC to NAFDAC to NDLEA, to name them, find out who is the current Minister of Health, Nigeria, current Minister of Health, Minister of State for Health. These are things you there on the internet. Don't be so. So there are some things that I cannot sit there and start telling you. Minister of Health, no. You are about that level. Browse it and find them out to yourself. Am I communicating? Because some of you don't even know anything happening. They are just there. Whining waste on TikTok. They don't even know what is happening. If you ask them now, who is the Senate president? They don't even know who is the Senate president. They don't even know the name. But it's true. So find out. Research on these things. So find out who is the current Minister of Health, a Minister of Health for states. Then in this state, find out who is the Commissioner for Health in this state. Commissioner for Health in this state. Then all those bodies have been calling. Find out who is heading them. Find them out. Some of them are Director General. Some of them are Comptroller General. Find out who and who each of them. Make up your note with that. Are we together? Then lastly, do you know why I'm doing this? I notice that some of you don't know what is research. They don't read. All they know is just to be eating up and down, jumping about. They don't read. So in my class, you must participate. I'll give you some. Find out some. And those who I ask you should find out, you see it in the exam. So don't joke with it. Find it out. Don't give me, I will not mark it. Find it out. You will see it in your quizzes, in your exam. Know it now. So go and read. If you don't want to research, by the time I'm done with you, you will learn how to research. Okay? Then, finally, I've given you some. I just gave you some things about PCN Act. Now, each of these bodies, both the quasi ones, have a date they were founded. PCN was founded on a particular date. Find out those dates. Federal agencies, find out the laws, the acts or decree that established them. You do it yourself. They are there on the internet. Find out the decree. I've given you that of PCM decree what? 91 of 1992. And I also give you Pharmacy Act 22. Find out others. What law, decree, or whatever established each of them, from NAFDAC down to NDLEA, down to CPC, all of them. Find out the one that are quasi, the year they were founded. You are a form pharmacy technician from, find out the year it was founded. Do all those things and make up your note. By the time you are done, you may have up to 20 pages. Then read. And prepare yourself. You see it in your questions. See them in your questions. Because if you go for interview, they will ask you those things. Okay? All right. Any question? Thank you very much for attention. God bless you. See you next time. You say what?